spoiler alert. But that was fun. But she did great. Even if I didn't win, she would have done great. But she's coming in here to do a fight, and we have a special guest, Mr. Black Nerd himself, Andre Meadows, is going to be here to talk about his new show, Mega Movie Get Together, which I'm so excited to talk about.
Yes.
And we're going to tell you what that is, what's going to happen. Plus, we have an amazing deleted scene from the Kevin Smith Show. So much fun stuff that we're doing, and we're going to be taking your calls. So I want to get that out right at the gate. This show is for you guys to call in, fight with us, talk with us, ask us questions about the service or the Screen Junkies or movies, whatever you want. Right now, you can call us if you want to Skype at SJ Plus Live, or you can hashtag SJU Live on Twitter. That's hashtag SJ. That's not what you said. That's the wrong hashtag.
I hashtagged SJU Live on Twitter.
That is the wrong hashtag. Can we fix that or not? Okay, we're fixing that hashtag. Don't use that hashtag. The correct hashtag is SJU Live, is what we've already put out in the world. Let's keep that one. Hashtag SJU Live is what you're going to send us on Twitter, which will come back up on the screen in a second, or Skype us at SJ Plus Live. Now, Dan, let's talk about the service. It launched. It was amazing success so far. The fans have been fantastic. What are your feelings?
It's day 2. Yesterday was very stressful, but it was fun. We got together and watched you guys do the first TV fights, which is really cool. And then now we're just very excited at what's in the box rolled out today. And we're just really excited for fans to finally see all of these shows that we've been working on behind the scenes actually getting reaction to that, which is great.
It's true. Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes' What's in the Box show is something I'm so proud of. If you don't know about it already, we get them every week on Screen Junkies Plus. You'll be able to watch them unbox toys. And today, if you go watch today's episode, they unboxed the Harry Potter broom that was recalled from stores for being a sex toy, if you guys don't know. The Nimbus 3000, which people were using as a sex toy, which was very funny to watch them play with.
It vibrates.
It does vibrate.
Yes, it's a vibrating children's broom.
We also had them taste Bernie's Bots, which are the jelly beans.
Bernie Bots, every flavor beans. That's correct.
And Kevin Smith did taste a vomit-flavored jelly bean. The first one he picked out of note because he didn't know what they were, and he tasted it. It's a very funny episode, and we have a clip we're going to share later where we tasted the Bernie's Bots jelly bean with Kevin, and you can see Dan and I reacting to that, which was not fun at all.
Awful.
It really is an awful thing
terrible.
That people do.
Yeah.
I don't know why kids do that. I really don't know why they do it.
I don't either. It was not fun in any way, shape, or form. It's fun to watch, but it's not fun to do. I'll tell you that much.
It's not fun to do.
No.
All right, so we have some hashtags are coming in. Awesome. Great job. Thank you, guys. I want some questions from you, and I want to get some fans to call in. So, Ken, tell me when someone is on the line. We're going to Skype someone in. We're waiting for some of you to come in because, again, this show is interactive. We want to talk to you. Some of you are saying I'm boring. Then go away. Jeez. We're here to talk to you. Ask us a question and help it make more exciting.
Don't forget that Skype is SJ Plus Live.
SJ Plus
Operators
Live.
Are standing by.
They are. And do we have the proper hashtag up now? It looks like I'm getting some tweets.
There
SJU
it is,
Live.
SJU Live.
Great. First thing I hear is vomit-flavored jelly bean. Yes, that is true. Who else? Have you guys had those jelly beans? I want to know. Call in and tell us. And why do they make them? Is that something fun that's watched, or is that terrible?
That's the thing. It's like it's a fun concept, but in reality, it's not fun. I would not enjoy eating them, or I don't know. It seems like a
you
prank
like
gift.
To taste vomit?
It seems like a prank gift.
It does stick
to me.
with you too. A vomit jelly bean.
Oh, it's the worst. You'll see it. It's just
we keep teasing it, but don't worry, it's a fun. You get to watch Dan and I eat vomit jelly beans. We should have just brought it and done it now, I guess. Next week. How do you phone in? Skype. You got guys who get Skype and use SJ Plus Live on Skype. We have some other segments we're going to do, but I wanted some of you to call in first before we get there. Do we have any callers yet, or should Dan and I talk about the movies?
We have a call.
Great. Let's cue the call.
Let's take our first call. Hello.
Hello. You're on SJU Live. What's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Will.
Hey, Will. You got a question for us?
Yeah, so I had a really cool one. Everyone's planning their Star Wars Day out for the premiere. And I was wondering, what are you guys doing? Are you doing home marathon? Are you going to do anything in particular that you'd like to talk about? I just wondering what your plans are.
That is a fantastic question. I want to know what you're doing, but I want to hear what Dan's doing first.
Well, I got Battlefront yesterday. And after it finally installed, I actually was able to play it. So I'm going to play a little Battlefront. And I'm keeping it old school. I'm going to see it at midnight when it comes out.
Nice.
Myself and our great producer, Mr. Ken Knapsack, are both going to the same screening to see The Force Awakens, and then I'm going to roll in here the next morning ready to talk to everyone about it.
It's funny. I was trying to be like selfish and be like, oh, they're going to give us a critic screening, so I'm going to get in early, and I'm just going to watch, so I'm not going to buy the tickets. But then I started getting nervous because I don't think they're going to do critic screenings.
Why would you?
And they don't have to, which is so genius of Star Wars because why not make all the critics buy their tickets and not make them go see it for free and spoil it early? So I'm seeing it at 7:45 on Friday morning. I'm coming into work late. I'm pawning my kid at a sitter. My wife and I are going to go see it first thing in the morning so we can all talk to you about it on Friday. And I'm going to be completely off social media the night before because I don't want anything spoiled.
Yeah, I'm going into a lockdown the second that it comes out. Because
what about you? How are you? Did you get your tickets yet?
Well, I had tickets to go see a day-long marathon, episode 1 through 7, and then 1 through 6, and then 7 at 7:45. But it turns out I'm going to be a cruise in Mexico, so I'm going.
Oh, wow. Humble brag.
I'm going to go see an Ensenada on the 18th, so I have to disconnect myself before that.
It's funny. When my kid was born, the Avengers was coming out, and I warned my wife. I'm like, right when he comes out, I'm going to go see that movie. But luckily, I didn't have to do that.
Do they offer a half-price ticket to that marathon if you only want to go see 4 through 6, or do you have to pay for all 6?
Well, I think most of my friends are planning on sleeping through the first movie, and I'm guessing that's most of the plan, so I doubt they're going to do that.
Are you at work? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm at work.
What do you do? Are we allowed to know what you do?
What's your address?
So I work for I'm lab manager for a hardware company.
Nice. And where are you calling from?
Camarillo, right outside.
Oh, cool. All right, cool.
Nice.
California. Well, thanks for calling, man. Hopefully that you had fun talking to us. We had fun talking with you.
I'm looking forward to someday being able to sit down and have a movie fight with Dan.
Oh, yeah.
I just do it in my spare time, so yeah, come on down.
All right, man.
Saturday mornings now, movie fights on YouTube, and Thursday live on the Plus to come challenge him. So it's going to be a fun one. But thanks for calling in, dude. That was awesome talking to you. If there's anybody else, let's kick him in.
Nope.
No. Okay, great. So let's start with. Let's bring in. We have a message from Jeremy Johns that we can share. Do we have that ready?
We do.
So Jeremy Johns is doing a show on the network called Movie Games with Jeremy Johns. And it's basically an opportunity for us to do a trivia show, which we've always wanted to do, where we break down movie facts. You can play along. You can try and guess. You can, but it's very fun. And Jeremy's bringing in some of the best movie knowledgeable people he knows. I still hear Skype.
Here's something. Yep.
To fight and movie trivia supremacy will reign. So we have a quick clip for him because he couldn't be here, but he wanted to send a message. Let's cue the video.
Holy screen junkies, do you guys ever stop growing? You guys are exponentially getting bigger. You guys are going to take over the internet before Suicide Squad hits theaters, seriously. But I just wanted to say from me to you, thanks for having me on board with Screen Junkies Plus. It was, from the get-go, it was apparent that it was going to be a lot of fun. And after filming Movie Games, it is a lot of fun. I just like something where people of like mind, but with different styles, can come together and do something big and do something grand for the fans, something different, something we can enjoy doing, something the fans can enjoy watching. It was apparent from the get-go that that's exactly what it was. And so I appreciate that, seriously. And thanks for making filming fun. Like, if it was a drag, it'd be like, what did I get into? But no, seriously, it's YouTube is supposed to be fun. That's what I live by. And so it still is. And so I can't wait to see what we film next on Movie Games. I can't wait to see what happens on Screen Junkies Plus. And congratulations for taking over the internet. Holy shit. Thank you.
We could not have done it without him and so many other people, but thank you. We did not pay him to say that. That was very nice of him, all those nice things he said.
That was very nice of him. And he's a great game show host, by the way.
He's a really good host, guys.
Yeah.
And what's fun about this show, there is an episode you can go watch, I believe, right? There is an episode live that they can see, or did we that not? Was that
I think it may be Saturday. Saturday, you'll be able to see the first episode.
Saturday, an episode of Chris's and Jeremy's go up. Both of them both go up on Saturday. Am I getting a thumbs up? I'm going to say yes until someone tells me no.
Yeah, let's just say yes.
On Saturday, both Movie Games and First and Worst you'll get a taste of both of those on Saturday.
It's so much fun.
And it's so much fun. But what's great about Movie Games is we're doing a bunch with our favorite people, but the goal moving forward is to get you guys to come in and fight on the show and do your trivia. So as soon as you guys watch, we're going to have you guys compete in that show as well. So I'm very excited to bring the fans into Movie Games, which I think is going to be a lot of fun.
Andy, I think
I'm
have
my cough. I'm overexcited because I'm trying to overcompensate from my Dayquil. But yeah,
I saw you make the turn. I was going to vamp for you. We have a caller, and I'm told we have a caller from Iceland.
Whoa!
To the one magical of the internet. Hello.
Hey man, what's your name?
What's up, guys?
What's your name?
Dude, you can call me CG because my real name is Google.
All right, CG works.
CG works, yeah.
CJ works from Iceland. Right? What time is it in Iceland right now?
Dude, it's 11 minutes over midnight.
Wow, staying up late, watching the SJU. I'm so grateful, man.
Dude, I've watched. Hey, I try.
Did you have a question?
Dude, honestly, I just wanted to congratulate you guys. Just watching the contact after 2 days, I'm always so excited.
Oh, that's so nice of you, man.
Yeah, thank
What are you
you.
liking
Yeah.
on the service?
Dude, everything. Like, the reason I'm here is, of course, movie fights.
Oh,
Who's your favorite fighter?
I don't know. It's between Dan and Spencer, I think.
Oh, well, they're both fighting Thursday. So who are you pulling for? Stuckman, Spencer, or Dan?
I don't know. I think if Spencer, like, learns how to do speed questionnaires, I think he would.
that's always been my advantage over Spencer, is that, but he's gotten better and I've gotten worse at the speed round, strangely.
Yes.
So I think it could go either way. I don't know.
It's going to be a really good battle, so I hope you enjoy it. I know they're prepping already. 4 p.m. That means you're going to have to stay up till midnight again on Thursday if you want to watch it live, I guess, right?
That yeah, my math says
I
that.
go to
Yes.
work at 2
Oh, wow.
tomorrow, so it's good.
Well, awesome to talk to you, CG. Thank you for staying
Yeah,
up
it
late
was
in
fun.
Iceland, and thank you for your support. That is so cool of you, man.
Dude, just keep going.
Yes!
We're gonna do our
That's
best.
the catchphrase. I don't even think he realizes that's a catchphrase to my horror movie that I made called The Janitor, where I play a killer janitor. Go look it up, people.
I've
Keep
not seen
going.
that.
That is a
I'll
phrase of
check
mine.
that out.
Keep going. I have a Christian Bale Batman voice as the janitor. Have you ever watched The Janitor?
No, but you've asked me about
Andre,
it several
that's
times.
what the movie we're gonna have to watch at some point for Mega Movie Get Together is my horror movie, The Janitor. That is gonna be an amazing one, and I can stream that one. They can watch it with us because I own it. Well, anyway, CG, keep going is right. Thank you for helping us get there, and I'm grateful for the support, man. Keep watching.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have a bunch. I'm going to do this, but we have a bunch of questions I've been ignoring because we've been busy. This comes from Jumpman, the Jamie Rogers. As a huge View Askew fan, which I know you are as well.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Kevin and Jay?
Awesome, and I know Jamie is a huge Kevin Smith fan as well. He's one of our super fans. It was amazing, right? I mean, Andy, we were lucky enough to kind of be there on set, and I don't know, it's like you never know what to expect, and Kevin and Jay just came in and just like, all right, what are we opening? And then they came in, they opened it, they were super cool. Like everything you see on the show, that's not an act. They just were so happy to be there and excited, and it was a lot of fun. And I was really super intimidated because I literally grew up with like Clerks. Like Clerks was the movie that the cool lady in my mom's office, like when I was 14, like slipped to me. It's just like, you need to watch this movie, you know? So it's just like, it was pretty crazy to be there. I was trying to hide it a little bit, but
No, they were, and what was so great is they did not make it. They did not act like divas at all, and they were. But I said it to Kevin, like, and Jason. I was just impressed that they gave it 110%. It's like I've worked with celebrities who show up and they phone it in, or they're a little lazy with it, and they're like, all right, whatever. But you could tell they were just such fans of just geek stuff and just having fun, and they were getting giddy opening up each box, figuring out because we pre-taped a bunch of these, and we're going to continue to do that. But it was really fun to work with them. Sometimes you're always afraid to meet your heroes, they say, because they'll always disappoint you. But those two were a class act, and we'd love for you to tell us what to put in the box in upcoming episodes. So you can email us at what'sinthebox@screenjunkies.com, and if you have a weird item at home you want to send us, want Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes to open it up, send it in.
within reason.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's not go overboard here.
For real.
Within reason.
Sorry. There was one other question I saw. Sorry, and I just lost it.
Lost our question. The Janitor. You've mentioned The Janitor several times on the show. Can we get it on Netflix?
You can find it on Amazon. It was on DVD. You can find it on Amazon. It was on Netflix as disc, not
Okay.
digital.
Oh, okay.
But it's out there. I've had fans tweet me about it, and they've seen it. What's the best movie marathon for Thanksgiving? This comes from J.Y. Ramos.
The best movie marathon for Thanksgiving.
You're going to be home on Thanksgiving. You're going to want to watch a movie series.
Rocky's a good one, I think. You can dip in and out. You can let the tryptophan take over. You can wake up. Rocky's still fighting. Get to Rocky 5. Save Rocky 5 for after Thanksgiving dinner because you can sleep through that one. Wake up, watch the first 4 Rocky 5. Then you get up in time for Balboa.
I was going to say James Bond just because Spectre's disappointment. You can kind of go back and refresh and see some fun ones.
It's like a 3-day marathon. though.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
like
true.
a...
It's a long one.
Yeah, we had this debate earlier.
Dan, Nick Cody wants to ask, Battlefront, which system do you play on?
PS4.
Oh, he was hoping it was Xbox One.
No, I had to make a choice
Sorry,
between
he
Xbox One and
disappointed you.
PS4. I'm sorry.
Oh, here was the question. This was the one I was looking for.
Yep.
What did you guys do before Screen Junkies took off? What were your regular jobs back in the day?
I worked in a commercial film vault for a couple years, and I was very not happy with my job. So I left that job to be a freelance editor, and I did that for about a year. And then I started part-time. My first job here was the first episode of Screen Junkies show with Hal. So I slowly started working here more and more, and now I'm live on the internet to a bunch of strangers who can yell at me for liking movies that they don't like.
It's funny. I've had a bunch of weird jobs. My weirdest job, though, was easily working at a urine drug testing facility for like cab drivers. I had to work there, and cab drivers would come in every day, like having to go pee in the back room to like do like DOT driving tests because they have to take, the government forces them to take urine tests randomly to keep driving their cabs and limos and things. So yeah, I worked at a urine drug testing facility for a good 10 months, about a year. Dr. Zablin, thank you. It was right when I came into LA. I needed a paying job. He had me doing creative brochures and weird things for it, but it was a very weird job. But I was grateful he at least gave me do because it was flexible and I got to do video stuff on the side.
Well, there you go. But before we bring in our first guest, I think we have one more call.
One more call, and
yeah.
then we're going to bring in a special guest. Let's see who's calling in.
Hi, guys.
Hey, I know you.
Yes, hi. I met you guys in Chicago.
That's
In real
right.
life.
I don't remember your name. It's remind me.
It's Stephanie.
Stephanie. I do remember your face from Chicago. That was a fun show.
It was a great show. It was Chris Stuckman almost got beaten up by a fan because he was Luke Skywalker versus
Harry Potter.
It was great.
It was pretty. It was a pretty intense show, which people could see on YouTube. But yeah,
They can.
That was probably my favorite mic drop of Dan's with the Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Han Solo's kids became Jedis, and Indiana Jones' kid became Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Well, Stephanie, I'll be glad to know. Actually, you just reminded me. We should remind everybody else, Screen Junkies Plus members, and if you have a question, I want to hear it. But before we get to the question, we're going to go on tour this year at several cities, and I very much feel very confident we're coming back to Chicago next year.
Yes!
But there are so many places we want to visit, and so many people coming ask for us to do movie fights live, which we're so excited to do. And members, we're working this out, and members will get exclusive access and seating and stuff, and get a little bit more special stuff because we want to help you guys, since you're investing with us. So get excited to see us. Stephanie, are you excited? Yeah, are you gonna come back when we come to Chicago? You promise you'll be there?
Of course, front row.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Did you have a question?
I did. So, I was just kind of wondering, like, logistically speaking, I know that Jeremy is from, like, Seattle and Chris is from Ohio. How did you guys make all of this work in LA?
That's an excellent question. What we're doing with Jeremy is we're bringing him down a few times a year, or 5 or 6 times a year, and we're block shooting his show. So basically, he's here for 2 or 3 days. We shoot a bunch of his, and he gets to go home, and then he gets to come back. Chris is a combination of both. He's doing some from Ohio with people that he knows there, and then he's also coming out here from time to time. Obviously, he'll be here this week since he'll be on Movie Fights to film with some of the people that live out here. So it's a combination of flying them in and out, and then Chris is able to work from home a little bit, and we really just wanted to make it work however we could to get them both involved. But
yeah, part of that, obviously the service costs money, and part of that money is obviously paying the talent and paying to get them out here. And so we're making sure we're juggling the schedules of having them travel at set times, but also making sure they travel together at the same time sometimes, so we can have them all together and we can do those special shows where everybody's there. But it's been a very big undertaking that we've been having secret for several months. So it's great to finally talk about. But how do you like the lineup so far? Is it pretty impressive?
Yeah, very. I love it.
Who do you want to see next? Who's not in the lineup that you wish was?
Flick Pick, obviously.
Yeah. John is great. He's on the list. I'd love to get a show with him.
He was in Chicago too, so.
He was.
He's got I'm so jealous of those muscles.
Beat all of us senseless.
Every time I'm on Instagram and I flip through his pics, I sometimes mistake him for The Rock. That's the best compliment I can give him.
I could see that.
Because The Rock does a bunch of those like morning muscle things, and Flick Pick does too. And if I'm skimming through fast, I'm like, oh, there's The Rock again, and it's actually him. So kudos, John and Flick Pick. You're massive. Well, Stephanie, thank you for coming and watching. We're a big fan of you. You've always been there for us. Any other questions before we let you go?
No, just congrats, and I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again.
Stephanie, are you a fan of I hope you are, and if you aren't, you better pretend to be. Are you a fan of our special guest I'm about to bring in, Mr. Black Nerd himself, Andre Meadows?
Oh my God, I love Andre.
Oh my God, she loves Andre Meadows. Come on up!
Oh, here comes Andre.
Here he comes.
Hey.
Stephanie, want to say hi to Andre?
Hi, Andre.
Hi, Stephanie. How you doing?
I'm in Chicago too.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. What's up?
Yeah.
Did we take a picture together? I think we took a.
We did.
Yes. You're on my Insta. She's on my Instagram.
Yeah, she's on my Twitter. You're on my
I'm
Twitter.
so happy. You have no idea.
Oh, you're the
Well,
best.
Stephanie, you're the best for real. Thank you for watching, and please keep watching. Are you enjoying Screen Junkies Plus so far?
Of course I am. We're every penny.
Love it. You are the best. Thank you so much. Keep watching and tune in again next time we're on. Thank you. All right, Andre. Welcome, Andre.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So many people. One of the biggest questions I get is, "What is your show?"
Yes.
What is Mega Movie Get Together?
What is Mega Movie Get Together?
I thought it was time we bring you on and talk and tell the fans how excited we are about this new show. Do you
Yes.
want to explain?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, Mega Movie Get Together is going to be like a watch party. Like, this is something I do in my real life. Like, get a friend together, watch a movie, whether it's a movie we think is awesome or we think it's awesomely bad or whatever reason. And we just get together and just chat and have a good time with it. So that's what the show's going to be about. We're going to pick a movie to watch. You'll know about it in advance. So if you want to get it through streaming or you want to get the DVD, the Blu-ray, or whatever the ways you want to get things, you do what you got to do to get it. And then we all watch it together while we get to talk about it with me and special guest.
So we can now announce the first
Yes.
movie and the time. So the first watch party, the Mega Movie Get Together, is going to be on Wednesday, December 2nd
December 2nd
at 5:30 p.m.
Yep.
And we've just picked our first movie, which is available on certain streaming services and easy to get on Amazon for very cheap or rent.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell
You
us
can
what
probably
the
get
movie
the
is?
DVD very, very cheap if you wanted to. The first movie we'll be watching is the 80s classic Masters of the Universe.
With Dolph Lundgren.
With Dolph Lundgren.
And Courtney Cox.
And Courtney Cox.
Oh, it's a classic. If
In
you guys
all
haven't
its
seen
glory.
it, you need to come watch with us.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those first movies that showed how you can take a property from TV show to movie and do it wrong. So, and it introduced still a common thing in movies, the portal.
Yes.
Oh, we got this magical fantasy world, but we want to save a budget, so we're going to send them to a portal to the real world. It all starts here.
I may or may not own that movie
You may or may not. You don't admit it.
on Blu-ray.
You do.
Yes.
Wow.
That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
You had it on Blu-ray.
I do.
I saw it
It's
in
still
theaters.
one of my favorite bad movies.
Yeah.
I love watching that movie because it's so weird.
Now, are there special features on it?
No. Oh, God, no. No.
I want some commentary.
There's barely a movie on it.
It's actually another movie. It's not even.
Well, my biggest frustration with that movie was, as a huge fan of the toys, like they tried to create new toys and like new characters where it's like, no, just it's like Toka and Rozar from Secret of the Ooze. Like, no, I want the ones I know.
What? A movie based off a show based off a toy
Why? Yeah, why?
line trying to make new
the
toys?
dwarf guy, what was his name?
Gwildor.
Gwildor.
Oh, boy.
Dolph Lundgren just runs around the whole movie going, Gwildor. It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun one
and
to
we forgot
watch.
to mention also starring Frank Langella.
Yes,
of course.
as
As
Skeletor.
Skeletor. Very good.
Are you going to watch it all the way to the end tag scene on the credits, Andre?
Oh, yeah, you got to.
You have to.
You have to.
You know who's been commenting on here? Who I want to invite to watch this? But Roger Barr is here in the commenting. Should we ask Roger to join and watch this
Roger,
watch
I
party?
cannot think of a better person to watch Masters of the Universe with than Roger
Do you guys
Barr.
want Roger to watch this watch party with? We haven't asked him if he's there and he
Roger,
chimes
I'm
in.
asking you right now, live.
Live, Roger.
You got to come here December 2nd and watch Masters of the Universe with me.
All right, I'm
Let's see
waiting
what
for
he
him to
says.
reply, but he better. And go tweet him and say, Roger, go watch Masters of the Universe with a black
Yes,
nerd.
Roger Barr of our mockery. You got to do it.
But tell us who else you want to see. I mean, we should please tweet out to Andre and tell him what movies should we watch.
Yes,
And which guests?
actually, our the first one's December 2nd. Our next one's going to be December 16th, and we're wanting to do a holiday one for that. So if you can think of a holiday movie, it can be a holiday horror movie, a cheesy movie, if it's got dogs in it. like
There's
Santa.
a lot of weird
There's
Santa
a lot
Claus
of-
movies.
There's a lot of holiday films with dogs. That is very, very weird. I guess it's like its own genre. So if you got something, you can send that to us. And-
Roger Barr officially has said, count me in.
Yes!
Roger Barr will be on our watch party. I've just deferred official. Roger, you're in. Keep 12 2 available.
12/2, yeah.
5:30 p.m. This is going to be on. Roger does need his own show. That's fair, and we'll work on that. There are some questions here for you, Andre.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Ninja Turtles character?
My favorite Ninja Turtles character.
Yeah.
Whew. I mean,
That comes from Slipperetto.
if I'm gonna go,
Sorry, your favorite character in TMNT is what the question is.
okay. Well, you can't go wrong with the Krang from the '80s show.
Pretty amazing.
You fool!
If they ever need to redo the voice, that's pretty good.
Get me a body. I must dispose of the turtles. No, Shredder. How about they're like a married couple? I always
They really
love this too. And Roxy and Bebop are the children. So yeah.
All right. If any other questions for Black Nerd Andre Meadows here, I'm trying to. They're coming in fast and furious.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
guys. It's hard for me to always follow.
Do we want to take a call while you're looking
Yes.
for
Do we have a
questions?
call?
Yeah, we do.
Let's do it.
Let's
take
take
a call with
call.
Andre here.
Let's do it.
Hello, you're on this SJU.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Hey, I am Hank.
Hey,
Lemon
Hank.
Grab.
Oh, Hank
this is
Lemongrab.
Hank Lemongrab.
What's up?
It's great to officially meet you.
Yeah. It's an awesome thing that you guys got going on here. It's great.
Love it. Look at your toys back there, man.
I
What do you
know.
got back there?
Got some pop vinyls. And
Wow.
then this.
Whoa.
Wow. Nice
That's legit.
collection. What's your
like you-
favorite one?
My favorite pop vinyl is probably Kylo Ren.
Wow.
Oh,
new
new
one.
one.
Going for the
Okay.
new
All
one.
right.
Awesome.
Interesting
That's
choice.
Kylo Ren.
Well, Hank, now that I can put a face to the Twitter avatar.
Yes, we know Hank Lemongrab very well. He tweets us all the time and always fun stuff.
Do you have a question for us?
It's a question I've been trying to get on movie fights, but I understand there's a lot of questions. I was wondering if there is an anime out there that you would most like to see transferred to a live-action Hollywood movie.
Oh boy. See, I have to admit I'm not up on anime. I don't know much about anime, unfortunately.
I don't either. So we're like the worst.
Maybe we
people
need to
for answer.
learn. We need to
Andre, are
learn.
you an
Do you know
anime fan?
anime?
Not, but the first one that's gonna come in my brain, although it'd probably be a terrible movie. Samurai Pizza Cats. I'm calling it. CGI Pizza Cats.
Hank just not
It's so
approved.
sad.
Hank is shaking his head.
We just lost so many cred points.
I'm sorry. But I just for some reason that's what popped in my head. I was just
That's
thinking
probably
like,
why we haven't answered it yet.
Hank, you know,
sorry.
they say never meet your heroes, and this is the reason why.
Do you got another question that we don't
what
disappoint you
will
with?
be yours? What's yours?
yeah.
Well, my personal one would be Attack on Titan, which they just did the
Okay.
Japanese live action.
But do you like to see an American one? I can see that.
Yeah, because the Japanese one was garbage.
Oh.
Is that a Kylo Ren saber behind you too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why don't
he
you
is
wield
on.
that? Turn that on, man.
Hank is ready to
Oh
awaken.
yeah.
The dark side in you.
So you believe in the cross guard?
Here he goes. Here he goes.
There we go.
Oh, here come. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know what? Kevin Smith might be opening one of those.
Look
at
at
some
that.
point.
Force Awakens.
And he's
Hank
got-
is ready to wake up with
He
the
is
Force.
ready. Do you have your tickets already?
Oh, yeah, I got the ticket. 2 IMAX, 7 o'clock Thursday. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice,
First
dude.
one in the door. That's awesome.
Well, Hank, fantastic to meet you. Thank you for always chiming in. We're a big fan of you. How are you liking Screen Junkies Plus so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Everyone is awesome on it. Jeremy Johns, the Screen Junkies crew, Andre, everybody. Just need to get Mike Carlson's Puppet Hour on there.
I
Hashtag
know.
the fan.
I know.
We got to do the puppet hour. You're right.
Yep, we
And
definitely
then, then that's like the top. But you guys are awesome. I love everything you guys are doing.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Keep
Awesome.
watching, and thanks for calling in.
do. Thanks for all your support. Hank
yeah,
is
Hank
always
Lemongrab, we love
talking us up on Twitter.
There were a few
Nice.
more questions for you, Andre, before we
Yeah.
bring our next guest. Did you watch Captain N?
Captain N, the Game Master? Of course. I'm like
That came
campaigning.
from Color Magician.
Yeah, I'm campaigning for him to be a Smash Brothers character because we already got Mega Man.
Yeah.
And we got Pit, Kid Icarus.
Does
so if we got
Nintendo owns it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So I would say put him in, and if we can get Konami to give up Simon Belmont, then you literally have the Captain N team.
That would be
in
amazing.
Smash Brothers.
Can you get the Game Boy?
Yeah, that would be good. I want
Did he have a name? He was just Game Boy,
He was
right?
called Game Boy, and that's how he talked. That's pretty much how every
Mother
80s
Brain?
sidekick character talked. Mother Brain is in the game. It's an assist trophy. Comes out, so yeah.
We just
I'm
went
lost.
over your head.
I'm sorry. This is all over my head. I apologize.
What is Andre? This comes from Battle Royale.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite Transformer?
Ooh, my favorite Transformer. Probably be Soundwave. That's always good. And Jazz, just because was it Jazz that was like the one of the Scatman Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you know.
Was that
Every
Ken
single time
saying
he talked it around.
Ken for the win.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Yeah.
Where do you get all your awesome shirts?
Various places. The internet is a vast
Very
place.
big shirt store.
Very big shirt store. But yeah, you know what's funny is like all the department stores now have like a nerdy line
It's
of
become
clothes.
too popular now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and specifically Star Wars. Now, like you go in any store now,
Oh,
there's a
it's
Star
too
Wars.
many.
It's like fruits, vegetables, Star Wars. And then it's like its own section.
I was in Target the other day, and
Yeah.
they had literally probably 30 Star Wars shirts.
Yeah, it's like a seasonal thing. It's like almost like a holiday now.
It is going to be a seasonal thing from now on.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
We had one more question here
Yeah.
from Scott Gamer. What are your thoughts on Brad Bird announcing his next movie will be Incredibles 2?
Oh, ever since I first heard about it, I was excited about it because
It's
of
awesome,
all
right?
the movies, of all the Pixar movies, I've been waiting to get a sequel.
That deserves a sequel.
That deserves a sequel. I'm like, put the cars back in park and get
Now,
me an Incredibles.
Here's where I'm debating. Should they be older? Should the kids have grown up, or do you keep them the same age?
I think they should be older. And
So you go like How to Train Your Dragon style.
yeah, and I think one of the children should go bad.
Ooh,
That would be an interesting.
fun.
You know.
So Jack would be then like older enough.
yeah, Jack would be older, but like either Violet or Flash Dash, one of them
That would be fun.
goes bad.
I like that.
That'd be interesting. Because it's like you got the family dynamic, but
That
you
might
also
need to be
have
part
good
3
evil.
of a trilogy.
Oh yeah, the Incredibles trilogy. Or the Fantastic Four trilogy, if we want to really.
Sorry,
be
I'm stealing
honest.
your water, Roxy. So if you want more, you should get some more. Roxy's coming up next. All right. There's so many more questions, but I'm losing them all. So Mega Movie Get Together. I'm
Yes.
very excited for. So September 2nd, Wednesday.
December
And
2nd.
pretty much every other Wednesday, first couple Wednesdays of the month is
Yeah,
our goal.
Usually every other Wednesday.
And we need your suggestions. So tweet at Black Nerd.
Yep.
The suggestions of what movies you want him to watch.
Yeah, and use the hashtag MegaMovieGT.
Hashtag MegaMovieGT for you to tell us what movies to watch. And we need a Christmas movie. What Christmas movie should we watch?
Specifically need a holiday movie. Bring that out.
I'm looking at some of your comments. Hashtag us movie Mega Movie GT.
Yeah,
hashtag
Mega
Mega
Movie
Movie GT to tell us what movie you want.
Yes.
Because there's a little bit of delay in your comments. I'm trying to get interactive.
Oh, all
but it's
good,
hard.
all good.
All right, awesome. Now, I want to bring in another guest to join us who's been sitting here, who I'm so excited to bring on. It's the host of TV Fights, Roxy Striar. Welcome, Roxy. I've gotten so many comments on here of how much you killed the show. I mean, as in good.
Yeah,
Amy
you
Awesome.
didn't kill the show.
Awesome
You killed
said-
it on the show.
Amy Awesome on
Thank
Twitter
you.
said, "Can we talk about how perfect Roxy Striar is on TV Fights? I could barely breathe watching.
Breathe, woman, breathe.
Don't die. We need you to keep watching."
Yes.
But so many positive reviews. I thought you did a fantastic job. How was it doing your first live TV fights?
It was pretty amazing. You did a very good job yourself. Congratulations on the first live
Dayquil.
victory. Yeah, with Dayquil, that was very impressive. I kind of thought you might bomb, just being honest, but you didn't. You really did a great job, and all the fighters were great. It was really, really cool to
brought
watch
it.
the fan interaction. You guys were so amazing at home. I really appreciate it.
Are there anybody specific you're excited to bring on the show?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. We've been doing these test rounds, and everybody's been killing it. And Josh McCouga, I can't wait until he comes back. I already got Kathy Kelly say they're coming on, and a bunch of you guys over here at Screen Junkies. Andre even just said he would come on a minute ago. I know.
Taking you up on that.
Yep.
And Dan,
Yeah, I sure.
think
yeah,
you can keep the belt
absolutely.
going on TV fights
No.
as well?
I think he'll be okay.
If there's a TV fights 1990s and back edition, because that's my only thing. I always talk about how I don't watch TV shows since 2001. So
That's what Alicia said too. So maybe we'll do one for you guys.
like a retro edition.
Throwback
TV
edition.
fights it is actually a lot harder. There's so much more to know, which I
Yeah.
forgot. Because even when you go back and you have to defend Lost, I have to remember like everything about Lost, which is just it's hard for me to keep it all in my brain. How do you do it?
Well, it's so much easier for me because I'm a TV junkie. I love movies, but I'm not a movie person. I'm a TV person. I watch 50 hours a week. I have since I watched soap operas when I was 5 years old.
But you can remember them all.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
I
amazing.
rewatch. You got to put it on rewatch. You know, you have them in the background. Everything you're doing.
What show have you rewatched the most? Like
Friends.
what series?
I watch Friends. I watch all 10 seasons over and over on loop. I watch at least 2 episodes a day.
Favorite Friends episode?
It's so difficult, but I have to go with the finale. I have to go with the finale, not because it was over, but because it has my favorite moment in it, and that's the whole thing with Ross and Rachel. I was such a big fan of them. I loved it. It was so good. I love all the Thanksgiving ones too,
Yeah.
which is when you guys were talking about Thanksgiving movies, I'm like, I can't relate to that at all, but Friends, reruns
That's a good
all
fight for
day.
Thanksgiving week. Best
Yeah.
Thanksgiving episode.
Oh yeah. There's some really good ones.
I
You
better
could
write it
even
down.
do Best Friends Thanksgiving episode.
I
They had a
know.
lot.
Yeah, they had one every year.
Yeah.
I think I'll think about it.
And plus, favorite Christmas special. There's so many.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a fun one too.
Do specials count in TV fight? Is it?
Oh yeah, it was on TV.
Oh
If
yeah.
it's on TV, then it's kosher.
All right.
The one I rewatched last year that's so good is the Alf Christmas special. Oh man, that's a touching one.
You guys all love Alf.
Alf is the
was
best.
Awesome.
It kind of comes up a lot here. Like
He's
a creep
great.
about.
Yo, Willie.
Melmac.
There was a
problem.
sitcom starring a puppet, and it went on national television
Yeah.
every
He ate
week.
cats.
And it
For
lasted
years and years.
It lasted for 4 years.
It was amazing.
I actually don't know if it holds up. It probably
Alf.
doesn't.
The Arcmonics are coming. Alf, hide in the kitchen.
I just went back and watched
okay.
some. It definitely holds up. 100%.
does. Alf?
Holds
All
up.
right, good.
Alf holds up.
Yeah.
Surprised they haven't tried to bring that back.
Oh, give it time.
We'll see.
what
Alf.
From the
Alf.
people that brought you the Smurfs and the road chip comes Alf the movie.
CGI Alf you can't make a CGI Alf.
Oh,
No.
you don't think you can, but you will.
Roxy, there's so much love coming for you in here.
thanks,
I loved
guys.
how strong you were. Keep all the fighters in check. Kudos. So fantastic.
Did you feel in check? Is that how you
Oh
felt?
yeah, I did think you were just going to knock me down to establish dominance right at the beginning.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I
It's
tried
like
not
I'm in
to.
charge.
Establish
which
the
you are
alpha.
totally allowed to do.
Okay.
But
I've
no.
got this. How do you
did?
feel?
I know.
Like, I'm holding
I
this
know.
right now.
Well, should we do a TV fight right now?
Yeah, I really want to. And you want to know what? This is kind of homage to the fact that you guys did give me this show. We spun off of movie fights to do TV fights. So I want to know from you guys, what is the best spin-off of all time?
Ooh.
Oh, they even got the bell.
Nice job.
I gotta get in fight mode.
I'm sweating
We are
now.
now in fight mode.
Here's the thing,
Best
you were the champ.
TV spinoff.
So we're starting with you.
I'm starting?
Yeah.
Well, I got to go with The Simpsons. It's technically a spinoff from the Tracy Ullman show, and I don't think the shorts were as good. I think it found its stride in the show better, and I think you can't knock The Simpsons. I don't care what you guys pick. I'm going to hear what you guys pick, but I think I won.
Well, I'm going with one that's an actual spinoff of the television show that it came from, Star Trek The Next Generation, because not only was it a great show in its own right, and I know this is going to be controversial, it surpassed the original, which is rare with spinoffs to surpass the original. So I'm going with Star Trek The Next Generation.
Okay. I was a huge fan of TGIF, so I'm going to go with the spinoff of Perfect Strangers, which was Family Matters, because Harriet Winslow was the elevator operator on Perfect Strangers. She got spun off to her own show, which we got to see the entire Winslow family, which then brought us Steve Urkel, one of the greatest TV characters of all time, Black Nerd Prime, and therefore entertain audiences with his high pants and suspenders.
Okay,
Wow,
we
just
got...
and before we go, just so everyone's saying Better Call Saul, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Frasier. Was Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I didn't know that
Cheers?
was
Was
a spinoff.
Cheers?
Aqua Teen Hunger
Cheers?
Force showed up in an episode of Space Coast Coast to Coast.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
Okay.
You guys are
Joey.
fighting here. You're fighting.
Sorry, I wanted
over
to
that.
interact.
Okay,
So
I'll
Simpsons. Simpsons to me, I mean, come on. Come on, guys. First of all, mine. You're calling mine not a spinoff. Yours doesn't even have anybody really from it. They
Yeah,
did later,
yours
but
is
yours didn't even have anybody from the show. They just took the name and relaunched it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, it's fair. It's a spinoff, but it's not like Spock and the new crew. It was a whole new thing. So I think great show, probably better, but I don't think it's the best spin-off because it's its own thing. And then Family Matters, it's a great show, but it's so similar to all the other ones. It's like every other TGI. They're all sort of mushed together. I don't feel like you can say it's better than Full House or any of those. To me, Simpsons is in its own league. Like you can't not. It's spun off from a short cartoon that I don't think anyone really thought you could take seriously to spawn a show that's still on for over 25 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get a little controversial here. First of all, Star Trek The Next Generation took a philosophy, it took a mythology, there were continuing storylines, there were stuff that were follow-up episodes from the original series that were in Star Trek The Next Generation. They had Spock came back on the show, Scotty was on the show, Bones was on the show. There were events that had consequence from Star Trek in Star Trek The Next Generation. Secondly, and I'm sorry, but we are mythologizing and worshiping 5 years of a show that's run for 25 years. The Simpsons has more mediocre seasons now than it ever had good seasons. So, and Star Trek The Next Generation, 7 seasons, and of those 7, I would say 5 of them are stellar television. It had a little trouble finding its footing in the beginning, but once it found its voice, it stands alone as a great television show. On the whole, Family Matters was fun. I loved it when I was a kid too. I wouldn't sit down and watch all of Family Matters all the way through again. I would, and I have watched all of Star Trek The Next Generation through together again.
That's really cute. The thing that's about Family Matters that you have to understand is you're talking about Simpsons, which brings comedy. Family Matters has comedy. There's a very fun cast of characters. I love watching them. You love watching the Winslow family. Of course, you love watching Steve Urkel, Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo. So great. You want family? Family Matters has family, just like The Simpsons, because you learn a life lesson every single time. You want sci-fi? Family Matters has sci-fi. Urkel made a clone of himself. He made a Urkel bot. He traveled them to Paris through a teleportation device. The man went into space. All the elements of your shows combined bring into here. And only thing that was missing is animation, which I'm sure if they had enough time, they would have had a cartoon episode as well. And Family Matters knew when to leave.
Final
They
thoughts?
didn't. He was like a robot. That
Family
show
Matters
was cute. That
How
should
many
not
times
only
did he
leave,
turn into Stefan
did I do that?
Urkel?
Like it does not hold up.
Like, I carumba
Simpsons
and eat my
has way
shorts.
more seasons, and I think it's unfair because I challenge. Do you actually watch any of the new ones?
I
Because
have.
there are some new ones that are fine. They're
When
good.
they did every Simpsons ever last year, I sat down for a couple of hours, and when it got to the modern
It
ones,
is, there are some.
watched
There
some
are
of them.
definitely some dips, but it still is not. Their current season episodes are still as good as the medium ones, which are still very good episodes of Simpsons. So I think that's unfair, and you can't deny 25 years. It's still on.
But when's the last time The Simpsons has produced a fantastic episode? Star Trek: The Next Generation was producing fantastic episodes all the way up through the end, and
there
like
are
you
some
said,
bad episodes.
there's some bad
episodes and some really bad
there are some
spin-offs
bad
from yours.
episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation too.
Voyager, Enterprise.
I mean, Simpsons. There's bad episodes
Okay.
of every television show.
Except for Family Matters.
Wow, Roxy,
I
isn't
love
this
it.
tough?
I love this spin-off one. Before I make my decision, anything going on in the chat over
Yeah,
there?
I mean, it's all over the place, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that's so helpful. Thanks, Andy, for
Yeah,
that
no,
one.
I'm trying to. I mean, it's hard to read them, but yes, there's Simpsons, Star Trek, not much Family Matters.
You guys are missing out.
All right. Well, I will say that, Andre, you made some great points about a specific character or if you want sci-fi, all of that, but it really did come down between Dan and Andy because Andy talked about the 25 years and just the amount of time it was on and that there are still some good episodes. But Dan ultimately had me when he did talk about that this is a spin-off. That was the only knock on Dan's show in general. It is a spin-off. They did bring back characters and plots, so Dan gets the point.
Wow, Dan wins.
This is why he's the champ. Congratulations.
Thank
How
you.
you
Yeah,
feel?
I think,
Can I just say, when we did a bunch of test shows, and I think I fought a Star Trek: The Next Generation round in every single one of them.
You're well prepared for
Yeah.
this round then.
I love that show.
There's a
also-
lot of people arguing that I'm wrong and that The Simpsons suck right now. So.
Yeah. And to be
So they each
fair,
their own.
The Next Generation also didn't have a dance. So that's a knock against our shows as well.
Simpsons
we
is
had the
garbage.
Bartman and the Urkel dance.
Someone just gave me kissy faces. Roxy, what are your 5 favorite shows? Someone's wanted me
My
to ask
5
you.
favorite of all
Please
time?
answer from Movie Madness.
Of all time?
What's your top 5 TV shows? Or your favorite character in a show?
Okay, my top 5. My favorite show right now is Leftovers, Lost, Friends. This is so difficult. That don't hold anything against me. 24, and I only get one more.
One more.
That's
You're going on an island.
It's so tough. No, it's not Family Matters. It would be something else. I guess it would be Sopranos.
Movie Madness, stop asking. She just did it.
Oh, it's so hard though. I love so
Good
many
work,
of
you
them.
did it.
Game
That
of
was
Thrones
good.
is great too. Breaking Bad. Oh my God, this is so.
You
it's like
well, you
Sophie's
killed them. They're
Choice over
dead.
and
You only
over.
get to watch those 5
Yep.
now for the rest of your life.
I killed them.
Ken, we have a call, right? We have a call. Let me cue this call actually because I know who this call is. This is James. And if you guys, we're gonna wrap this up. But if you want to call in, can I steal that paper so I verify what this was? You guys, still last chance before we wrap up. If you want to call in, you can Skype us at SJ Plus Live on Skype or hashtag SJU Live. Ask some final questions here. We're gonna do a couple calls and then we're gonna wrap up with your statements and calls. So SJU Live hashtag and SJ Plus Live on Skype. But before we start, there's been a lot of questions about our Founders Pack. As you can get this service, you can get 3 months free. You can buy a year, get a year free. But then there's also the special buy a year, get a year free, but also get the new Founders Pack. And I wanted to sort of explain, because a lot of you were asking, what is the Founders Pack? What's in there? And I'm so happy to share it finally. There's an exclusive Founders shirt, which you'll get a Screen Junkies exclusive, meaning you're only the founders who get this will have this exclusive shirt. And there's a bunch of these amazing posters. There's going to be a cutout Movie Fights belt.
Oh, nice.
That's going to go along with the Movie Fights home game. That's right, guys. What? An official Movie Fights home game that you guys can play. And we didn't phone this in. We really thought about how to make this fun. There's a bunch of movie fight topics. I forget how many, 100 or hundreds or something. But then we also added challenge cards, so they make it more fun. One of you can screw the other person by forcing them to do it in a certain fun way, like the Botanicus card, etc.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think, will have a lot of fun with that card game. And there's these amazing exclusive posters that we had some amazing artists come in. This came from Vera. I don't know how to say her last name. But these 2 posters are unreal.
So badass.
So badass. Vera and James, the box office artist. And James, I think we have you on the line. Hey, James.
Hello. Hi,
Wow,
everyone.
look, we're just displaying your amazing art here.
There it is.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it.
Look at, can
It
we?
was a lot of fun to do, for sure.
I love looking at you, James, but I want to look at this poster again. Look at this, everybody.
Yes, please
Oh
do.
my goodness.
Everybody's
in there. Roxy, front and center. How cool is this?
My new best friend is James because he did this.
I've wanted to be Han Solo since I was 7 years old, and that is a dream come true.
Look, the detail in there is amazing. There's Dan as Han
so
Solo
good.
and Nick as Boba Fett.
It's so cool. It's over my bed. It's gotta be.
Yeah, and that's your Ray, right?
Yep. I
You're
think
Finn.
Andre and Chris are rebels.
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
rebels? There's Captain Phasma, I believe, is
Oh, that's-
Alicia there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Jeremy appears to be a Sith Lord.
And Monday
Am
is
I
Boba
Vader?
Fett.
I guess I'm Vader.
You are Vader.
Yeah, there I am, Vader. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Good work.
Very
Oh,
good.
thank you very much.
And
So
you
cool.
drew a sketch of you making it, right?
I did. Whenever I draw, especially you guys, because I've drawn you guys before, I always film myself drawing you just in case I need it for later on.
It's
So-
good. I'm sure the fans will want to see it. I remember you also did one for The Rock and his dad, right? Didn't you? And didn't he tweet about it?
I did because I was at Hamilton Comic Con. I had a table there, and I always have pictures of The Rock for some of my compositions, and then people tell me, "Why don't you show his dad? He's here." And then Sunday morning was a little light, so I said, "Okay, I got nothing to do," so I drew The Rock and his dad when he was younger, and I went and I showed his dad, and he loved it. And then the next thing I knew, The Rock Instagrammed it a couple weeks later.
Oh my God.
Put it up on his Instagram.
That's so cool.
Dude,
That was really cool.
the fans online love your work. They're telling me how amazing it is and how awesome they want it. So kudos, man. That's awesome. You are the best. That poster is amazing. Fantastic illustration. Wow. Dude, James, you killed it. I'm so grateful we got to be Star Wars guys. How fun is this?
That's so cool.
How long did it take you to make this?
Honestly, it depends on what this is. Like, honestly, this one wasn't that complicated of a piece. More because, the thing is, I colored this though at the same time, so that took a little bit more time. The actual drawing, I actually have the drawing here. The original art is here.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Work in.
It's
And
exclusive
actually, you
item.
can see the three of you are actually smaller here. I actually enlarged you in the,
Oh,
in the real
wow.
version. But this particular piece, I'd say maybe 8-9 hours in total, spread out over time. And then the actual colors itself, I'd say maybe 6 to 7 hours, depending.
It
I
would-
get it all broken up.
It would take me 8 or 9 years to draw that.
It doesn't matter how many years. I can never draw
No,
that.
yeah, exactly.
Mine would all be stick figures. It'd be like-
Basically.
Well, James, you are amazing. We love your work. Where can people find you so we can give you a nice, good plug here?
Oh, sure. Thank you very much. You can find me because I've drawn Andre before. I've drawn Dan. I've drawn Andy. Roxy, this is the first time. It won't be the last, hopefully. You can watch me draw this on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theboxofficeartist. And it's unfortunate Alicia's not here because I just half an hour ago threw a video of me drawing her, as well as the Citizen Kane of Profiles. That's Scott Mance. I drew
Oh,
them
nice.
as Supergirl and Red Tornado. I drew them, put them in my Justice League Nerd series, which
Yes.
actually three of you are a part of.
Cool.
And that is on my channel. You can check that out there. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter @BoxOfficeArtist.
Box
Awesome.
office artist, James, you are a fantastic work. Thank you for all the hard work there. That's amazing. And I hope you're enjoying Screen Junkies Plus and keep watching, man.
Oh, absolutely. It's been amazing. I watched TV Fights today. It was an amazing show. Fantastic. And by
Thank
the way,
you.
the best spinoff is actually Three's a Crowd. That's my favorite.
Oh,
From Three's
yeah.
Company. Three's a Crowd. Jack Tripper. he's the man.
Wow. That is a deep pull.
Oh, wow.
Andre's-
Over the ropers?
I
love it. I love it.
Crowd, it's a tie.
I love
And
this
every kid
guy.
on the internet went, what?
I'm showing my age, ladies and gentlemen.
No, they didn't. They went to Google and typed that in right away.
Three's a crowd.
Well, people are going to subscribe to you, so you should. Thank you, man, so much. One last look at this amazing piece
Yes.
of art.
Beautiful stuff.
Fantastic
Amazing,
work.
yes.
We're all in the Star Wars
Thank you.
universe.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you, James. Thank you for calling. And then, yeah, there's so much more. So when you get the Founders Pack, you get those awesome posters, you get the shirt, and the Movie Fights home game. It's pretty awesome, I gotta admit. And the game's fun. We're waiting for it to come physically so we can actually play it official.
Yeah.
And
So
we
we will
should
do that
mention
on an upcoming Screen Junkies Universe. We'll play the game live with you.
a year free too. If
And you
have
get a
the
year
Founders
free,
Pack.
yes,
Yeah.
with the Founders Pack. So.
So
we're trying to give you guys a value, and we still obviously get your 3 months free to watch, and then you can sign up for the year. I don't know how long these Founders Packs and years will last, so act fast, but you can test out for a little bit, and then if you're like, I'm sold, go buy one of those deals if you can afford to. Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Couple. Let's see. Do we want to show us eating weird, gross stuff?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we've been hyping this shot. If you guys want to stick around for it, we're almost done here. But let's go back to our Kevin Smith show that we're so excited that we're doing. What's in the box?
Yep.
We had him taste vomit jelly beans, right?
He happened to pick
We had
out.
a
There's
bowl full
one
of-
vomit flavored jelly bean in every box of these jelly beans, and he happened on his very first try to pick and eat the vomit flavored one, and it looked so terrible that Andy, we felt bad. Right?
We felt really bad.
We felt really bad.
And we're sitting there and we're like, well, we have cameras and Kevin Smith's right there. What if we just go eat the vomit jelly beans with him as in honor?
Yeah.
So we did it. And here's the video of us eating vomit jelly beans with Kevin.
Here's what happened.
So excited to have Kevin and Jason here for What's in the Box. Kevin just ate a vomit Harry Potter jelly bean. Dan and I felt bad.
Amazing.
So you didn't like this.
I didn't.
We felt bad. Dan and I are going to do it.
They're joining me in solidarity.
Oh, shit.
Right? And you know what it was going in, so already your mind's building the taste.
Oh, God.
Does it?
It like fumes in there.
Isn't it crazy? And it takes you right back. As soon as you know what it is, you're like, oh, I remember that. I remember that coming up and having that taste in my mouth. Who would do this for
my
anybody?
God. It
It's
gets
punishment.
It gets worse somehow.
Swallow
finish it.
It'll, and I can
It's a good
smell
idea.
it. I can
Keep
smell
chewing
it. Ew, it smells
Like a
too.
Survivor challenge.
Oh, my God. That really is bad.
It's bad.
That's not natural.
They want one better than me.
We always swallow.
I'm stuck in my teeth.
I'm a spitter, as you can see, folks.
Watch Kevin and Jason on What's in the Box here at Screen Junkies Plus.
It keeps getting worse.
It really did not.
It was vile.
It was really gross. Have you guys? You should try it
I
sometime.
like the booger ones, kind of. Is that bad to say out loud? They're kind of good.
It probably can't be as bad as the vomit one.
It
That
tastes
really
like
does
lime
stick
a
in
little
there.
bit. Yeah, the vomit ones I stay away from.
It's like if somebody chewed up a bunch of Cheetos and Doritos.
Stop.
Yeah, but 10 times worse.
So it's as bad as you guys are making it. You're not exaggerating.
No. That was and it's a jelly bean, so it sticks in your teeth.
I'm in.
It's awful.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
I'm in.
All right.
All right. Next time we do one of these, I'm bringing some jelly beans just for you guys. See who does it.
He didn't say he'd do it.
He's like, nope.
I know. I ate the black burger for whatever it was that came out. I think I hit
boy.
my limit on weird things.
So I see a lot of you asking, guys, we're going to take your questions. So send them in now because we're going to wrap up here and get some of your questions. Again, hashtag SJ Plus. I'm sorry, hashtag SJU Live. Hashtag SJU Live on Twitter. I'm going to scroll through right now, so send your questions. Or Skype in, last couple calls, if we can, Skyped at SJ Plus Live. There it is. Hopefully one more, we'll get another couple callers to call in. But everyone's asking, what is the show? What do we do? So this show won't always be on YouTube. We might put it on once in a while to give you guys some extra teases. This won't always be on YouTube. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can always watch it on Screen Junkies Plus, which we'll do this is today Wednesday? Yes.
Today, I think it is.
It's a very busy week for us. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m. live, we'll be here with various Screen Junkies that you get to talk with. We'll have to play some games. We'll talk about the news. We'll have a bunch of fun stuff. We'll talk back with you guys. You can call in and complain. That's what this show is for a venue for us to talk to you live, interact. Because you guys asked for that the most. We have a bunch of shows that were produced and prepped and everything but this one's more of a fly in the seat of our pants. Have fun with you guys and tell you what's coming up so you guys can get excited. So I see a bunch of questions I want to just end on with some answer you guys because we've been.
Should we fight the fans?
Sorry,
first?
yes, let's do that.
I gotta fight. I gotta take care of a challenger.
Sorry, we've been hyping that. I don't want to forget it. So let's hype this up properly.
Yes.
So we've been tweeting out several people asking who wants to take on Dan Murrell for the movie fight belt, and we got a lot of responses. A lot of people have been wanting to fight you. So we found a person, Matthew Kearns, and is Matthew on the phone?
Well, let's actually. I want to just so the people have some context. This is the video that he tweeted to me on YouTube. This is his challenge video, and it got me all steamed up. So let's.
Oh, hello. If you're watching this, You must be Dan Merle, champ of movie fights. I'm the guy who's gonna beat you. You want to take me on your little show? Because I want to take you down, champ.
Oh, I am so ready. I am
That
so
kid cuts
ready.
a good promo.
I am so ready.
I hope he kicks your ass.
Oh man, I'm gonna have you guys help me judge this one, I think, and you at home, you can watch. All right, do we have Matthew on the line?
Yes.
Wow, Matthew, that was an
Matthew.
amazing promo you just cut.
Mic drop.
Thank you. Yeah.
By the way, there's no quotation marks around an actual champion, Matthew.
See, that, the funny thing about that video was I was sitting around Saturday and I saw your tweet and I was like, this might be fun to, just do out of the blue. I never fought in a million years. I would get to fight you. I just thought, it'd be fun throwing some They Live, Tombstone quotes, and it'd just be a funny thing I could look back on and laugh for myself.
Well, be careful what you wish for, buddy.
You're here. I'm grateful you're here, Matthew. Thank you so much. You're the best. Well, we're gonna do it. We talked it out with you, a fight. We're gonna do an official movie fight here right now.
Wow.
You versus the champ, 1 round. Thank you, Roxy. We're gonna do this 1 round, and the question is that you both agreed on. What is the best scene in any Star Wars movie? If you could pick the best scene in a Star Wars movie, what is the best scene? And Dan, I'm going to let you go first.
Sure. There's so many, but the one that always strikes me and the one that I remember is the scene at the end of Return of the Jedi when Luke has been baited by Darth Vader and he finally says that he's going to go after Leia, and he finally snaps and he goes after him in the most brutal, vicious lightsaber duel that we see in the original trilogy. The moment, it's the high shot of the Emperor's throne room with the John Williams score, which at this point is almost operatic, and you are literally seeing the battle for Luke Skywalker's soul, and he's just wailing on Darth Vader. And the combination of just the stakes of it, the fact that this is essentially the climax of the original trilogy, the music, the cinematography, it ends with him, cutting Vader's hand off, and then he sees Vader's cut off hand. He looks at his own hand, and it doesn't have the prequels had to over-explain everything, and you could see what's going on in his mind. It's like, if I do this, there's no going back, and he says that he'll never turn to the dark side. That scene, I think, to me, is incredible, and it shows how Star Wars can do human stories without having to make them cartoon characters. It's such a great scene and a great kind of conclusion point to the original trilogy.
All right, Matthew, what scene are you picking?
First off, I want to say #Mark Beefoam.
Wow,
Thank
true
you.
fan.
Deep cut.
But it's funny you choose that scene, the whole thing with the hand, because I chose from The Empire Strikes Back the scene when Luke goes into the cave, fights the Mirage Vader, and sees his face in Darth Vader's helmet. I picked this scene because, one, Empire Strikes Back is my all-time favorite movie, and this is actually my favorite scene from any movie I've ever seen. The thing about this scene I love is the build-up, the payoff, and the fact that when you watch it the first time without any of the other Star Wars movies, and then you watch it a second time, it changes. The first time, the things Yoda says, like, your weapons, you do not need them, only what you take with you, at first you think, oh, he, doesn't need his weapons or something playing there. And then the ending, when Luke sees the face, you can take that at first, it's just like, wow, that's weird. What were they smoking in 79 when they did that? But when you watch it, especially with watching Jedi and the whole hand thing, you go back and you see that the things Yoda says at first about, only what you take with you is not the weapons, it's what Luke's taking within him. Because the cave shows your darkest fears. And Luke's darkest fear at that point, because he doesn't know Vader's father. He knows Vader is the guy who killed his father, killed Obi-Wan, and is gonna kill his friends probably. And that's his greatest fear, is that he's going to become Vader. And in that moment, Luke has this moment of humanity where he just goes, wow, I might be a hero, but there's a possibility I can go the way Vader went and become him.
Wow, very symbolic. Dan, what are your responses to that?
It is very symbolic, and it makes me feel bad when you say it's your favorite scene, because I don't want to get too brutal, but here's the problem with it. It doesn't make any sense. is it a vision? Is that when I was a kid, that scene thoroughly confused me. And I get to say like, well, it's symbolic, but I just mean like, actually, what is that? What is that thing? What is that? I don't understand that. I think that was a very heavy-handed way to do the same kind of symbology that they do in Return of the Jedi with just the look at Darth Vader's hand, the look at his own hand. That's a heavy-handed way of doing the exact same message that my scene was able to drive home through action and through consequence. That, for me, was always something that didn't really make sense, that stands completely apart from the rest of the movie. It's never referenced again. We don't see that the Jedi, it's never established that the Jedi use this as any kind of a training thing. We never have anything like this happen in any of the other movies. So I've always thought that was kind of a heavy-handed way of I hear you. That was always the very heavy-handed way of getting the message across that they got across much better in Return of the Jedi, specifically in my scene. I think it's interesting that our two scenes are similar.
Well, it's interesting. The fan, just to chime in real quick, fans are really loving your argument there, Matthew. So keep it going. Why is yours better than his? Final closing statement here.
Okay, well, to fight what you said about you don't understand what's happening in my scene, the same thing can be said about yours. Luke never refers to it. He just looks at his hand like he could be, maybe has some barbecue sauce on there. Like, you don't know what Luke, and the same thing, it's never referred to again, except the thing is, my scene comes in a pinnacle point in that movie that pays off at the end when Luke chooses to go and fight Vader to not complete his training, and Obi-Wan even says like, you can become Vader. And Yoda references that scene again because he says the cave, remember the vision in the cave, before he goes off to Cloud City. So mic drop there that it is referenced again.
Wow. Dan, final thoughts.
Okay, I mean, again, if you're going to say why is mine better, it's because yours is a heavy-handed, over-the-top. It's everything that I don't like about what Star Wars does when it tries to get its point across. Is like, how do we show that there's a conflict inside of Luke, that he's afraid he's going to turn into Darth Vader? Let's literally put him inside a Darth Vader costume and then have it blow up and show his face inside. I've always thought that was heavy-handed, and you're wrong when you say that the whole looking at his hand isn't referenced at all. That whole last third of the movie where he's with Vader and the Emperor is about the seduction of Luke Vader to the dark side. You see his torment. You see it when he looks at the Emperor and he says, "You want this, don't you? Embrace your hatred." And the fact that is the culmination when you see he almost goes there. He almost turns to the dark side. He was 2 seconds away from turning to the dark side. And the fact that he literally sees himself almost physically manifesting himself into Darth Vader, not symbolically, but actually, is what gives it stakes and what I think makes it better.
All right. This is tough. I'm going to ask help. And I want help from the booth. There's some big Star Wars fans in the booth. Ken, can you chime in and tell us, I don't know if will they be able to hear you? No, but tell me what you think.
He thinks it's close.
He thinks it's very close.
The kid's got moxie.
But he chose you for the subtleness of your scene. Andre, what did you think?
And the beauty.
Yeah, the beauty. Yeah, it's very, very impressive fight, and I love mic drops. But yeah, I think I have to go with Dan on this one. I think that scene, everything leading up to that scene, it has so much emphasis to it. Because literally, yeah, it's like he's about to take the turn. Like he's right at the fork of the road, and is leaning over here before he finally goes back the way he should go.
I think I'm gonna go with Matt just because I think just because you think it's heavy-handed doesn't mean that's bad. It's a very symbolic and important moment in the movie, and I think it's not as weird as you'd think. I don't know. I thought he made some very strange. He made some good points. Roxy, what do you think?
I can't believe you didn't ask my opinion before. You just went with Matt as the only other person to hold this thing before.
What? No.
Judge fight.
I think that the reason that Dan won it for me, although I thought Matt did a great job, is that when we were talking about Dan's scene making sense, I think that he was able to explain his scene making perfect sense, as opposed to Matt, who wasn't able to explain his scene always making sense. So I would have.
So Dan wins. Matt, though, wow,
you had me on the ropes, Matt.
You came very close. I give you a round of applause, and the fans, man, they always They were fans of you, man. They really had it out there. You should not feel bad about that one. I think we need to have you come back on a future SJU to fight that again because you're good.
He almost had it. I almost swayed.
You
but-
almost Holly Holm too.
Yeah.
I thought
He's
you almost
gonna
had it.
lose anyone. Lose to the champ.
Oh, that's
Thank
true.
you.
Matthew,
you,
though,
man.
man, you know your stuff. You know your Star Wars. Kudos, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Was that fun?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just amazing right there. That was awesome.
Dude, if you got what it takes, you will dominate the movie fights home game.
Yes, seriously. Well, Matthew, we love you. Thank you for doing that. That was ballsy, taking on the champ, and you got very close. But will you promise you'll come back?
Yes, of course.
Keep me on my
Noted.
toes. I need
We are
someone
going to
to keep
have
me
you
on my
come back
toes.
in a future episode to see. We got to do a rematch, I think, and see if he can take you down because that was amazing. He got you in the corner and almost did it. But Matthew, thank you very much. One more round of applause. Enjoy your day, man.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I loved him and his calendars and his posters behind him.
Some amazing
Man.
stuff. Matt is the coolest.
He did a good job.
All right. That was
worried.
close.
I was really worried.
Really close.
In the chat, they were saying that you were scared, really
Yeah,
scared.
they were
Yeah.
really-
They're right.
You were kind of that first one, but I could tell in that second one you're like, look here. Like,
Well,
listen.
listen. He said it was his favorite scene, so I didn't want to just put it on full blast. But he had me up against the ropes.
Yeah.
I got him like, all right, I got to really tear into it.
Well, that's what we'll be doing every week. I think we'll make that a staple. Maybe not always Dan, but we'll do movie fights where you guys can fight us here on the show. So SJ members, you'll be able to always chime in Wednesdays at 4. Join us for some fun fights. And we have a call, I think, but real quick, Dave has asked me to please give a shout out to Anne in Dublin, Ireland. Hi, Anne in Dublin, Ireland. Thanks for watching and being a fan. Let's cue to the phones.
You're on Screen Junkies Universe.
Hello. What's your name? You're live.
me?
Yeah, you're live on the show.
Awesome, sweet. I'm actually happy I was able to get through.
What's your name, man?
I'm Stetson.
Oh, Stetson. He submitted for the fan fights.
I
Yes.
do. You do look familiar. How you doing, man?
Well, I tweet at you guys a lot, sometimes unnecessarily and annoyingly, but yeah. What's up?
What's up? We're wrapping up our show. We're so glad you're watching and calling in. Have we been entertaining you?
Oh, absolutely. This has been awesome, and I'm really excited to actually subscribe to Screen Junkies Plus and all that.
Thank you, man. That's very cool of you, and it's here to talk to you. Do you have any specific questions for us, or you just want to say hi?
Yeah, well, I did want to say hi, but I do have a question for Roxy.
Oh, let's hear it.
What's up?
So, I don't remember if you were the judge for that movie, for this specific movie fight, but they did do Who Should Play Shazam on a movie fight once, and Shazam's my favorite DC Comics superhero, and so I was wondering if you had a specific actor you'd like to play Shazam in the movie.
It's really tough. I go back and forth. Is this if I have my dream casting? I do like somebody like a Channing Tatum, but I go back and forth a lot. Do you have somebody?
I have 3 picks. I write a really mediocre blog, but just for fun, and I picked 3 different people. But my number 1 is Kellen Lutz, who is actually known for his role in Twilight.
Right.
He played Emmett, and I felt like he was boyish and childish enough that it would be a kind of a fun Shazam. But if you go all based off the New 52 comic books, I feel like Shazam looks more like a young man or a young adult rather than a full-grown, matured superhero. So I feel like Kellen can pull it off.
I think that's a really good pick. Yeah, I could see it.
You know, it's funny. Before he blew up, I always used to get Channing Tatum and Kellen Lutz mixed up.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and Seth, thank you for watching and thank you for calling in. And please keep watching and thanks for all your support, brother.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting me on your show.
Always. Call back again sometime. There's a bunch of questions here on Twitter. And Peter, this came from a bunch. They sent us a lot. Melville and Peter, and I guess pointed more to you, Roxy. What do you think of the Twin Peaks and X-Files reboots? I'm curious, Andre, what do you think too? Do you like the idea of either of these reboots?
I'm super excited for the X-Files reboot.
Me too.
Although I don't know how it's going to be, but I hope I have very high hopes for it, and that's how I feel about the whole question.
I hope it's mythology free.
Yeah. I like the standalones better.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it though.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
Yeah. I'm cautious about any kind of reboots. After seeing so many movie properties get rebooted and done poorly well, I really hope that the TV ones will be better. But I think the TV reboots have a better chance just because you do have the time. You know, you do have the number of episodes versus a movie trying to put so much of an old TV show or an old series into 2 hours. So, and then you've also got a lot of the original cast coming back, which is
good.
That's the
especially
coolest part.
X-Files. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. I would like to see them back and doing well. We have another call, I think, right? Ken, let's cue them in. Hello. What's your name, man?
It's Buddy.
Hey, buddy. You're live on the SJU. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I mean, that's to be honest, my heart is racing because it's not every day you meet one of your favorite YouTube stars, you know. So.
Oh,
hey,
that's
man,
so cool,
that's so
dude.
nice. Where are you calling from, buddy?
I'm calling from Redding, California.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hometown of our camera person.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great.
So there you go.
Well, awesome for calling, dude. Did you have any questions for us?
Yes, I did have one question. If Marvel were ever able to acquire at least the rights to Doctor Doom, what actor do you think could properly play the role? You know.
That's a good
Really
question.
good question.
Oh my gosh. At this point, anyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I know. With the recent reboot and all that.
But also
Kevin
no
Hart
one.
could be Doctor Doom at this point. That would be interesting.
Is that your honest to God answer?
I mean, I'd be interested to see it. I think that'd be an interesting, but no, that's not my hint.
I mean, you wouldn't see his face because they need to do Doctor Doom right so that he's not like human 3/4 of the time. He needs to be a guy in the.
Yeah, someone willing to cover their face.
Maybe Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah,
Maybe,
interesting.
but live action,
Yeah.
not motion capture, because he does good voices. He does really good voices, and, and he's obviously willing to not be on screen.
He could be show his face, but everyone knows that under the mask he is horribly scarred.
Right.
So he could show his face in a way.
I want like a Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Buddy, who do you want?
Who I want is Mads. I can't pronounce his last name, but he played Hannibal Lecter in
Oh yeah. Mads Mikkelsen.
Royale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
That is a really good choice.
That superiority that Doom has when he walks into a room. When in his eyes, he thinks everyone's playing checkers while he's playing chess. Like he's on a whole nother level.
And he already has that kind of creepy European thing going.
Yes, he does.
That's better than all of our choices.
That's a
really good choice.
I love that choice.
In the chat, there are a bunch of Charlie Sheens and Daniel Craigs.
And I got a Benedict Cumberbatch. Yep, a lot of choices.
no.
But I don't think...
He's already Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch does look kind of funny in Zoolander 2.
Yeah.
I see that. That was a little funny.
Not as funny as Will Ferrell in the muscles.
muscle suit.
That was amazing too. Well, buddy, thanks for calling in, man, and thank you for the support. That was very nice of you. We're huge fans of you for watching. We couldn't be doing without you, so please keep tuned, and hope you're enjoying Screen Junkies Plus.
Oh, I am. Believe me.
Love
you,
it, man. We got
buddy.
so much fun stuff coming, so stay tuned, and thanks for calling in. Let me know if we have other calls. There's a couple other tweets I saw. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this sucker up because we're well past what I wanted to do. We have one more. Okay, let's do one more call. That'll be a perfect way out. Hello, you're live on the SJU.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, what's your name?
I'm Adam.
Hey, Adam, great to meet you. Thanks for calling in.
Great to meet you too. Yeah.
Got any questions for the
So I
gang
had a
here?
question- Yeah, I had a question for you guys. I was wondering what you guys thought was the best performance in an otherwise terrible movie.
Oh wow.
That's funny. We just talked about that
about
question
that
for a
question
potential movie fight this week. The one I just said was Michael Shannon in Premium Rush.
Yeah.
It's a really dumb movie. It's like Speed on a bike, but he gives this
Oh,
amazing
yes,
villain
he's
performance.
really great in
He's
that.
really funny. Like you could just tell he was going for it. I'm not just gonna make a choice here and make a funny character.
And his
here.
performance in Man of Steel was actually pretty good, despite
He's a
his
great
character.
actor.
He's a
Yeah.
great actor. There's so many. I'm trying to think of terrible movies and then terrible movies that also have good performances in them. That's really
Isn't he supposed to be in that movie The Night Before, the Seth Rogen?
He is.
Yeah.
So I wonder-
Joseph Gordon-Levitt one.
Yeah. So I wonder if that becomes like a track record, if that's a good movie or not, and if he ends up being the best part of that.
Best
movie.
part.
I mean, I didn't like Anchorman 2, but Steve Carell I thought was hilarious in that. Yeah, man. But I'm trying to think. That's a research question. There's some movie fights questions where you're like, oh yeah, I know that one. That's definitely.
Yeah.
a-
Was there one that you had in mind?
I really like Martin Freeman in The Hobbit. I also really like Ewan McGregor in the Star Wars prequel.
He was a good Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He was good.
And Liam Neeson was actually really good in Phantom Menace. Like, I thought he played he was good as his character.
He was fine.
He was fine. Ray Park was good as Darth Maul.
He was great.
He was great.
Yeah. John Williams' score was great.
Yeah.
About it.
You're like 3 actors in, and you're like, and the score was the best
John
actor
Williams
in the
is an
movie.
amazing score. Well, thank you for calling in, man. We're grateful for your support. I hope you had fun. Keep watching, please, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Call in
You guys
again
keep rocking.
anytime. We have shows most days at 4, it seems, and SGU every Wednesday where you guys can call in direct. And then Thursday, movie fights. Dan's going to take the belt, put it back on, the new belt. He's putting it out there. At 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, you can watch the fight live on Screen Junkies Plus. You'll be able to interact with us. And then immediately following the fight on Screen Junkies Plus, we'll have After the Fights, where you guys will be able to call in with the fighters and talk about how the fight went.
Oh, nice.
You'll be able to ask questions or fight and get interactive. So it's kind of like Talking Dead for movie fights.
Yeah.
So get excited. There's a couple other questions I just wanted to address. Everyone keeps wanting an update on Schmo's movie show Phase 6. I don't know yet. We were trying to phase that in early December. I hope we'll work that out with them. So Hamza Juicer, that's the answer for you. Interns of Field, when will the first episode be? We're aiming for the first week of December, and I'm hoping in an upcoming SGU either next week or the following week we'll give you some more exclusive first looks at that show. I can't tell you guys how fun it is. Dan, you've seen some first cuts.
I have. I've seen the cuts of the first 2 episodes, and I'm really excited by it. We, it was fun to write, but the actors that we were able to get just brought a lot to it also, and I'm super excited for people to see it because I'm very happy with it.
Jonathan Lipnicki, who I'm sure you guys remember, totally brings in this amazingly funny role. Benita, Dayton, Joe. I mean, those are our main 4 interns, and they're so fantastic, all of them. And then Casper Von Dien shows up as one of our heroes.
Jamie
He's
Kennedy.
so fun.
Playing
Jamie
a
Kennedy
great
as our villain.
Yeah.
There's so much fun stuff in it. I'm so excited to share with you guys, and a teaser will drop soon. But early December is what I can sort of tell you right now. All right, anything else, guys, that you want to mention? Where can people find you, Roxy? Let's tell them.
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar or here Tuesdays 4 p.m. live TV fights. Come join us.
And I'm Mr. Andre Meadows. Please give us some plugs for all our audience to find you.
Absolutely. You can check me out on YouTube at Black Nerd Comedy, my YouTube channel, or you can check me out regularly on Regal Cinema's YouTube channel. I host a show on there called Catching Up with Andre, catching on the latest movies, which are now showing a teaser of it in the theater. So you have my big heads on the theater screen.
Congrats.
And you can catch me here December 2nd at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a mega movie get together. We'll be watching Masters of the Universe, and you can watch it with us.
With Roger Barr
With
and other
Roger
TBD
Barr.
guests.
Roger Barr confirmed.
Yep.
And maybe some
I'm
other
very
guests.
excited for that, guys. Please tweet us to tell us which other movies you want us to watch for the Mega Movie Get Together, especially a Christmas movie coming up in December.
Yes.
Dan Merle at Merle Dan on Twitter and everywhere.
At Merle Dan on Twitter and everywhere, and right here on Thursday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. live for the title match against Spencer J. Gilbert and Chris Stuckman.
We will be judging live 4 p.m. on Screen Junkies Plus. Please come check it out. It's going to be a good one, I feel. I'm nervous for you, man.
I'm nervous
There's
for
some
me
good
too.
Fights. Let's tease it. There's one we're bringing back that I hope is going to make it, but one of the ones last year on the Hunger Games, we asked which superhero would win the Hunger Games. So this year we're doing what Star Wars character would win the Hunger Games.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's going to be fun to see what everyone picks and who's going to win that. You guys should think about it at home. Get ready for tomorrow's fight. And if you don't have Screen Junkies Plus, you can still watch Saturday morning at 10. It'll be uploaded on YouTube. But if you want to watch and interact with us live again, Thursday 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you can join us. Best deals to sign up for Screen Junkies Plus are at screenjunkies.com. You can get a 3-month free trial. You just have to do it from a computer. The mobile web feature doesn't work yet of our new website relaunch. It will soon, but that's why a lot of people are like, why do I see 1 month? It's because if you do it on the app, it only gives you 1 month because of app restrictions. If you go to screenjunkies.com, you can get the 3 months. You can also get a year free if you buy a year and the Founders Pack, including all these amazing posters and the Movie Fights home game. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week at the SGU and so much coming. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.